Yes guys, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Conan and today I'm going to break down and reveal to you my entire morning routine. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So I'm a huge creature of habit and I've noticed for myself personally whenever I'm out of my routine, so whenever I don't follow my morning routine and my evening routine and just like my day-to-day tasks, I notice that I'm all over the place, I'm scattered, and I just feel so much more stressed. So by honing in, especially on your morning routine, if you haven't already, you'll notice some great benefits in your productivity, your overall health, and your overall well-being as well. So I'm going to tell you what I do personally and what works best for me, and hopefully this can give you some tips and some inspiration to hopefully implement into your own routine. But just know that you do not have to follow this exactly the way I listed out, because this is what works for me, right? And so I personally am an early bird. I like waking up early in the morning and then going to bed early, although I do know people that are night owls, so they like to do the exact opposite of going to bed late and waking up late as well. Ultimately, I don't really think that matters as much as long as you do the work that is required of you during the day. It doesn't matter whether you wake up first thing in the morning super early or wake up super late, as long as you still do the work that is required. That is all that really matters, right? People often ask me like, hey Conan, what's the best time to work out? I'm like, it really depends on your schedule. Like I know some people like to go before work first thing in the morning, whereas I know other people have some free time in the middle of the day, maybe during their lunch break. Whereas others I know enjoy going at nighttime, right? So it just really depends on like what you prefer, and then more importantly, what actually fits within your schedule. I am not here to tell you that you have to work out in the morning, because if you don't like working out in the morning and that is the only choice that you have, like that's not gonna be good, right? And so I typically wake up at around 6 a.m. And what's so cool about this, guys, is that why I have a morning routine or why I have a set routine is that your body thrives off consistency, and your circadian rhythm, which is like your body's biological clock, also thrives off consistency. So if you go to bed at the same time every single night and wake up at the same time every single morning as well, your body will start to get used to that. And now if you notice right now you're relying on an alarm to wake up, you'll notice by simply just like being more consistent with when you go to bed and when you wake up, you'll automatically start to wake up at that certain time, right? So I don't really have to rely on my alarm clock anymore. I'm just like, I naturally start to get tired at around 9:30 p.m. I'm usually asleep by 10, and then I have my full 8 hours of sleep, and I typically just wake up at 6 a.m. without an alarm, right? And I think that is so, so cool. And so do your body a favor right now and just like simply go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time every single morning. And now, yes, it'll take some time for you and your body to kind of get used to that. But over time, you'll definitely get used to it, and you won't have to rely on this alarm, right? Because everyone dreads the freaking Apple alarm that gives me like, just it gives me like bad vibes basically. I heard it actually go off in the gym the other day, and I was like, please turn that off. Like it was just like so annoying. It just reminds me of just like a bad time. Anyway, I'll wake up and the first thing I do is I go to the bathroom, go pee, go poop. Typically, I'll weigh myself a couple of times throughout the week just so I can monitor my weights to make sure I'm on track. Quick little tip for you guys, and I tell this to my clients all the time: weigh yourself, fast it before eating and drinking anything with no clothes on. Like the moment you eat something, the moment you drink something, the moment you have clothes on and you weigh yourself, it is not going to be accurate. And so quick little tip: if you do weigh yourself and you're looking for 100% accuracy, do it with no clothes on after using the bathroom, before eating and drinking anything, right? So make it part of your morning routine where you kind of weigh yourself, see where your weight is at, make sure you're on the right track. Then I'll brush my teeth, do all that fun stuff, and right away, I know it sounds typical cringe influencer whatever, but I take a cold shower. I love the cold shower. I'm sure there's a lot of great health benefits like improved circulation, maybe better for like your skin and stuff, immune system, whatever it may be. I just do it to wake myself up. I like the challenge of doing something really difficult first thing in the morning, because it really sets the tone. I know so many people preach that, yeah, you got to get outside of your comfort zone, this and that, and it's like, yes, I 100% agree with that, but I just do it for, yeah, just wakes me up, makes me a bit more alert, and I do feel phenomenal afterwards. Like it's just something about taking a cold shower and then getting out of it, and just like you just feel like you've already done a really hard task first thing in the day, and that can really set the tone for the day. I haven't missed, honestly, I think since the start of this year when I started taking them more consistently, and I just couldn't imagine skipping out on them, because then it's like, okay, well, it's like similar to like not making your bed in the morning. Like if you don't make your bed in the morning, it's like, how do you expect yourself to have a successful day. So I just think like doing the small little things, especially earlier on in the day, will start to create some momentum for you and just like build up more confidence, and kind of like that kind of you can kind of like bring that with you as you go about the day, as you have to do like harder, more difficult tasks, right? So start with the easiest, lighter stuff first thing in the morning to create that momentum and set the pace for the day, right? After that, I'm gonna put on my clothes and I will go for like a 5 minute walk, just to go outside and just to like wake up my body and let my circadian rhythm, like my body, know that hey, it is daylight right now. Let's get some sunlight exposure. One big mistake I see a lot of people make is that as soon as they wake up, they leave their curtains still down and they just stay in like a dark room, right? Even worse, they just stay in bed and they just like sit there for like 10, 15, 20, even 30 minutes just laying there and doing nothing. And then they sometimes even go on their phone. That is not what you want to do, right? You want to make sure that you wake up and immediately get some sunlight exposure just to remind your body that, hey, it is daylight time right now. It is daylight right now. It is wakey time. So as soon as you wake up, try to get some sunlight exposure as soon as possible. After that, also helps me just wake up a bit more, get my steps in, whatever, and then I'll come back home and I'll drink a liter of water first thing in the morning. If you notice right now, or not right now, in the morning, that you wake up feeling really hungry, do not eat right away. That's a big mistake I see a lot of people make, especially on their fat loss journey, is that they'll wake up and before drinking anything, they'll just have a sugary bowl of cereal right away, or they'll have a piece of cake, or they'll go to Starbucks and order something. Do not do that. Our bodies often mistake hunger for dehydration. So if you notice that you are hungry, as soon as you wake up, drink a liter of water first. I guarantee you your hunger is literally going to disappear. So water first thing, and I also do this while taking my supplements. I just take a multivitamin just to, I basically just use it as a safety net just to ensure that I get all the bases covered, all the deficiencies that I may have in my vitamins, my minerals. And multivitamin can definitely make sure that I check all the boxes, right? And then I take omega-3 supplements because I notice that I don't eat enough fatty fish throughout the week. So that's a nice little safety net for that as well. I take some vitamin D pills as well. And then I think there's one more. But yeah, those are typically the ones that I take. Nothing really special. Just, again, use it as a safety net to ensure that I cover all my bases as I drink my water. And then I'll really quickly just write in my journal, just 5 minutes, just 5 things that I'm grateful for, right? And I think just like practicing gratitude can really just put you in a better mood, because oftentimes it's like we always just focus on the negativity, and as human beings we always are drawn towards that. It's like whenever something bad happens, it's like we think it's like, oh, it's the end of the world. But it's like if you really sit down, especially first thing in the morning, and just like write down, no matter how small it is, but something you're grateful for, like it can really put you in like, just gives you a bit more perspective on life in general. Just kind of puts you in a good mood, right? Because it's no fun waking up and just like immediately feeling stressed about life. It's like, no, take this time, especially in the morning, just like write a gratitude list, right? 5 to 10 things you're grateful for. It could be something as small as I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful I get to actually go to work. I'm grateful that I have a car. I'm grateful that I have access to clean water. I'm grateful that I am alive. Like it could be something as small as that, but I assure you that if you do this every single day, you're gonna be a lot more grateful just for life in general. And I think all of us can kind of focus a bit more on the positive sides as opposed to always being drawn towards the negativity, right? And then once all of this is done, I know it sounds like I just did a lot there, but honestly, this takes me around 20-30 minutes max from actually waking up to actually kind of starting my day. That's typically what I do, and then I will go straight to work, basically, right? So typically speaking, if I do drink caffeine, usually it is every day. I try to have it not every single day, but to be honest, it is probably every single day. But I try not to have caffeine right away, and so basically as soon as you wake up, your cortisol levels, like your stress levels, are really high, and if you consume caffeine right away, you'll notice that you're actually going to get less energy followed by a crash afterwards, which is not fun. And so try to wait 60 to 90 minutes after waking up for you to consume your first source of caffeine, whether it's from coffee, tea, or an energy drink, or whatever else you get your caffeine from. Wait at least an hour to an hour and a half for your cortisol levels to kind of come back down to baseline. What you'll notice is that you're going to get more energy by doing this, followed by no crash afterwards, which is absolutely ideal, right? So I'll do that while going straight to work, right? And then, yeah, that's basically my entire morning routine. And also, what's so great about caffeine is that if you're on a fat loss phase right now, if you're trying to lose the body fat, caffeine is amazing. I actually made an entire video breaking down this. But not only does it help give you more energy, more alertness, which can help you be more productive at work and stuff, it can also suppress your appetite, meaning that it literally, like, similarly, like if you wake up in the morning really hungry, have some water first, followed by some caffeine an hour later, and you'll notice that your hunger pretty much is like non-existent, right? And you'll feel super alert to like do your work, maybe do one of your workouts as well. And this is a great tool in a toolbox on your fat loss journey, especially as a busy professional. Like, this is going to be amazing. When you do drink coffee, I'm drinking it right now actually. I just have a black, like I don't add any creamers or any sugars to it. I'm not saying you can do it. It's totally fine. Just make sure you keep track of the calories in that, because I see so many people make a mistake of like, yeah, I'm tracking my food every single day and I'm not losing any weight. It's like, okay, well, are you keeping track of your snacks and the small little things like adding the sugars and the creams into your coffee? And like, oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. And it may not be a huge deal in terms of like calorie wise, but they can definitely add up, especially if you have 2 to 3 coffees a day with like sugars and cream in all of them. It's like that can easily be 100 to 200 extra calories on top of the calories that you're already consuming. So just be mindful of that. But I actually just like the taste of black coffee. I used to hate it, but it kind of grew on me over time, and now it's like it's the only way I drink it. So yeah, that is that. And then I'll have some breakfast afterwards as well, and then I'll do my workout, go over to the gym, and yeah, that's basically my entire morning routine to maximize my productivity and also put me in a better state for in terms of well-being and overall just like nice and healthy as well, right? So this really sets the tone for the pretty much just for the day. And I've noticed that if I don't do these tasks, like the small little things in my morning routine, that my day just isn't as optimal, and I kind of feel like I'm kind of like just like behind on things. So instead of like the day attacking me, like I want to attack the day. Like I don't want to let things happen, I want to make things happen. And so by you taking control of your morning and putting yourself in this primed state, like you're going to absolutely crush your goals at work, fitness related, relationships. Like you're going to be on top of the world. So take some of the inspiration, take some tips from this. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. And if you are looking to start your health and fitness journey, you can actually go ahead and book a free consultation call with me. The link is in the description. We'll go over your current fitness goals, over your current struggles. We'll create a game plan to kind of help get you there and ultimately see if you're a good fit for the program. So I'll let you guys go. Any questions for me, please let me know, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.